to my channel. Well. I'm in quarantine. A bitch didn't get COVID though. So, pretty much, we had this girl in our platoon who had COVID and didn't tell anybody. And she didn't want to get tested. Well, we're hearing lots of different stories. One story, she tried to get tested, they wouldn't let her. Then we heard that she just was not trying to get tested, which is the story that I know. Whatever. But long story short, she was sick and she was coughing, hacking everywhere and looked really gross. Like her skin, she's light skin, yellow bone, but she was like gray in the face because she was so sick. And when pretty much she was like coughing, whatever, she told one of the girls in our platoon that she had a fever, and then they went and told drill sergeant, and they removed her and her bunkmate from our platoon. And she was really, really, really sick, like hospital status. But they stayed in a whole nother building, the sick people. I said that like they had like AIDS or something. I wonder if you actually could see. Probably can't, actually. But they stayed in the building behind us. And what happened was, what ended up happening was, after that happened, like a couple of days later, we were already planning to test out of red phase. So, test out of yellow phase to go into red phase. And so when we had tested out, the test results came back the same day. And like, we were all getting ready to get in the shower to go to sleep. And people were in the shower and they were calling names on the intercom, telling people to come downstairs. And so everybody was freaking out because they were like, it was a lot of names. Like when I say it was like 15, 16 people, and our platoon had 36 people at that point. And oh Lord, everybody was running around. Did they say my name? Did they say my name? Did they say my name? It was the craziest thing. I've never seen so many naked girls in a frenzy before in my life. It was terrible because then you were listening, trying to figure out if they're saying your name, and then they happen to say one of your homies' names, and you're like naked, standing in the bathroom like, oh my God, you have COVID? Oh. With your tits out. Like, it's just weird. But they called 16 of our girls down. That's like more than half of our platoon at this point. The next day, the bunkmates got removed. And I was one of the bunkmates. And so I've been in quarantine ever since. We've been in quarantine for 2 weeks as of 2 more days from now. So actually, it ain't been 2 weeks yet. But in 2 more days, it'll be 2 weeks. And we go back to our basic training units. We may or may not go back to the company and platoon that we were in before. The thing about this place is if you don't have COVID, it sucks a little bit more because you have to stay here longer. Like, we have 2 weeks to be here in quarantine, but if you get COVID, you have 10 days to stay over there in ISO. And so they get a shorter time because they know they have COVID and they already know what they're looking for. But with us, because we don't have COVID or we tested negative for COVID and we're just bunkmates, there's a possibility that we could get symptoms later on. And so that's why we have a longer time to be over here, which is, it's annoying, but it is what it is, because we about to leave anyways. All we do here is eat, sleep, and bullshit. We don't do nothing. It's a nice little vacation, but at the same time, it's very boring. And I'd much rather be training because it pushes our graduation back, maybe. So the other day we got intel from one of the drill sergeants saying that they may just stick us with another group, another platoon or company that is already in red phase, even though we left red phase day one and we're supposed to start back right where we left off. As long as the company has not made it to white phase, we could go back into another company wherever they are and just play catch up, which would be nice because that means that our graduation wouldn't be delayed as big, because we were supposed to graduate in May, and with the extra 2 weeks we won't be graduating until June. And people's OCS dates is messed up. It's just a big hot ass mess. But hopefully they put us back in a platoon that is already started COVID. What the fuck? Already started red phase, so that we won't have to add hella days, because red phase is really only a week and a half maybe. So, we'll see what happens. This place sucks though. We do get our food and our candy and stuff. So you can order things. You can order stuff. As long as your mail come on time, you'll be able to keep it. But if they take their sweet time giving you your mail, then you won't get it. Like me. I ordered my black underwear and it still hasn't showed up. Great. But 𝗲𝗡𝗡 got her Twizzlers, and that's what she wanted. She's been talking about her Twizzlers since we got here. So, but yeah, order yourself things. Get stuff that you need and stuff that you want, so that you can keep yourself busy while you're here. You have an hour of outside time, but then if they let you combine your outside time with the boys, you get 3 hours. And that's nice because it's like a jail over here. This whole place is like fucking jail. Let's just be honest. But it's okay. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through. And some of the drill sergeants here are way nicer than they are at the company. So if you end up, ever getting COVID while you're in basic training, at least you'll have nice drill sergeants. Because they're not mean. But, I don't know. Let's see. I'll show you around. This is our bay where we sleep. And it's like a weird, creepy ass hallway. And yeah, there's lots of rooms. When it's dark, it looks gross. All right, you're good. And they're taking pictures. And this is the bathroom. And a washer and dryer, which you can use anytime, and it's the best. I love these washers because these work way faster than the ones in the platoon. Or the ones in the company. So, these are the stalls, and these are the showers. So, I'll show you the inside of one. And they're usually filled with hair, which is gross, but So, I'm trying to think of what else to tell y'all. Don't get COVID. You're not gonna get the COVID vaccine when you go to basic. You'll get it when you get to AIT. They probably are being cheapies about it. They want to make sure that you actually pass basic before they spend their money on you. At least that's what we've been told. And make sure that you write your letters. You'll have your phone when you're in isolation or quarantine. My advice for being in quarantine is to don't sleep all day, because when you have to go back to training, it's going to be very, very hard to get back acclimated to the training schedule. So usually, well, what I've been doing is I have been waking up at wake up, doing first formation, finding a good show to watch on TV or on Netflix or Hulu, and I'll stay up as long as I can and I'll watch it. And then if I fall asleep, I can't let myself sleep longer than 2 hours. And then I do not take no naps throughout the day. That way, when it's time for me to go to bed at lights out at 2100, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So yes. Also, try to eat as much as you can, because you don't have a time limit to eat over here, which is nice. It's been really hard for me to eat because the food is fucking gross. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah. I don't know. I don't really have nothing else. I'll put some pictures in of like the food and stuff, and they take my phone in 2 days, so I just wanted to give this quick little update.